Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday. It's our favorite day of the week. It is Wednesday, which means it's midweek news. We let a lot of things come out that we were waiting on and hoping for um for the best and everything in between. Uh I'm very excited to talk about the news. Joker, what do you want to start off with? What do you want? How do
Well,
you want?
since it was pretty much one of the big talking points with the whole the whole state of play right now, so a lot of us in the gaming community right now, we're kind of talking about what exactly is happening. And I gotta say, Sony did a really good job with state of play. I haven't really been disappointed in these state of plays. I know a lot of people are going to say that well, they've always been mixed, but in my opinion, remember what Kratos said from God of War: lower, set your expectations low, and you'll never be disappointed. Like, I'm gonna be honest with a lot of people. What are we expecting at a lot of these state of plays? A lot of first-party titles, some good exclusives from third-party second developers. I agree with you. Sony needs to be doing better, but at the same time, I've come to the whole standpoint of this: games take such a long time to develop these days. It's not like back on the PS2 or back on Nintendo with the SNES, you name it. It's not the third, fourth. We're not in Gen 3, we're not in Gen 6 or 7 no more. With how development issues have been, budgets exploding, these 4, 5, 6 years long development cycles, I don't blame anybody for waiting for a game to come out. I get it. I truly do. These are tough times, but the games that are coming out, you should still be excited for. Even the ones that are hidden and buried, we should try to find as many as possible and start playing them. Even the ones that do get announced, we should be excited. We should be, because whew, that was a good state of play. And once this does freaking load my darn computer, we are gonna see what everyone went the whole what the fuck. I literally went what the fuck at this moment. I was like, no way. What am I seeing? What am I watching? Just please just load. Because if you're a fan of certain comic books and gaming, it happened. No, we did not get Wolverine. No, we didn't get a Ghost Rider HD remake. That would be so badass, in my opinion. No, we didn't get Punisher. No, it's not season 3 of Marvel Rivals right now. We're still in season 2.5. I'm still playing Ultron. He's a badass, actually. We got to get Strat. No, it's not a new Black Panther game. No, that's too good to be true.
No. Uh, we need to be kicking. We would need. They would need a miracle worker over there for it to make that work.
Like, I wish my computer would hurry up right now. Like, just hurry up. Just show the damn screen, because I hate when this takes forever. I know everyone's anticipating. There we go. It's here. How about a new fighting game done by those badasses at Arc System with the Marvel license?
Ooh.
Look who's on the right. Is that? Yes. Doctor Doom.
Doctor
Are you excited?
Doom.
Are you excited?
I'm
Ghost
excited.
Rider, Storm, Captain America, Spider-Man. Oh, you want to see what Iron Man looks like? There's Iron Man.
Daddy Ghost Rider is back.
Yeah. So
Yay.
this was the one that had everybody go, "What the?" Like, Iron
Because
Man
we,
is
we we
literally a
got
Gundam.
Marvel.
We have Ghost Rider here, and it's 4v4, or you can do 1v4. Or so this is incredible. Those
Hey, so
badasses at Guilty Gear Strive are making a Marvel fighting game. Who let this happen? Well, even at the end of the whole stream, they did the huge, massive like, this is how the story happened, and it's like, I believe it. I believe it. So it's coming to PlayStation 5, PC as well. So definitely expect
Yes,
crossplay, but this is huge for
I will get this. I will get this, Joker. I will get
not
this.
out till 2026 though. But here's the thing though,
I
I don't
can
care.
wait. I can wait.
I knew you were gonna say that. So, and
You
to
know
me,
what?
when I saw
You
Doctor
know
Doom,
what's
I was
so
like, oh my god,
sad?
I'm sold.
You know what's so sad, Joker? How is it that two games, Marvel Rivals and this, how are they putting this much respect, this much class and love when we're having the usual
The usual
happen?
suspect. I want to say it's talented developers, people who care about it, and when you do find people who are passionate enough, you get amazing stuff like this. Yes, Marvel Rivals has been kind of dipping down here. There's been a lot of good praises now with 2.5 update. I know there was a little bit of a boycott. I don't know what that was all about. I think it could have been something like character rosters, or you know there seemed to be favoritism for like tanks and DPS, and some love to no love with the strategists. But I think now some people are happy. But it's called, you got to keep the community alive. You got to keep making people happy. And this, like, again, look at Iron Man. He's such a badass here, and these are the only characters right now: Iron Man, Kamala, Star Lord, Spider Man, and of course Captain America looks amazing here, in my opinion. These are just the screenshots, but again, your Ghost Rider, your buddy's back. Storm, like, this is huge. And to me, seeing Doctor Doom is awesome.
If Gambit is in this,
Ooh, they're gonna put Gambit in there for sure, and Wolverine.
I'm glad. You know what? I will say this: I am glad Gambit is getting the respect he deserves because he's been kept out. He's been kept out of Marvel versus Capcom. That what they did to him was so criminal, so egregious.
Well,
It
it's just
irks
announced, so
me.
hopefully it's a good roster. And if they put Gambit in the main roster right away, that will sell you copies right away. So
Betty, Rexus, what's up? Yes, I agree. I will buy it.
is it one right here?
Look at that. Look at
Look at this.
this,
Look at
ladies.
Doom.
Look at this,
This is
ladies and
Doom right
gentlemen.
here.
Oh, this looks good.
Look at like
Oh,
the
I'm
like your
ready.
assists are going off against the other players. That's what you need. This is them obviously making the game, but this is so cool.
I believe that that is nice. That
This is
reminds me
cool
of
to see.
that reminds me of Blender, like Blender animation, but I think it's a different program to that.
Okay.
That's
So Yotai got a little bit of
Ye-
love, but it was only for
hey,
30
hey,
seconds. But it was fine. We'll get more of a deep dive later in July. But some of like this shot, like just seeing the wolf, I'm like, dude, this is gonna be sick. So this will be cool here. Oh, here's your first look at James Bond. We're going back to the
yes.
prequel, so very back, like before he gets his double O call sign. Obviously, I think this is with the new M, so new Madam, so this will be interesting. Again, prequel, so that's just fine. I don't know who this is yet, but I think this is one of the uh, people working with the agency, and
That has
probably
to
is going to be
be.
one of the assistants because I do see him giving your gadgets. So, art resident tech wizard. So that's fine. That's fine.
I see your tech. That is probably the tech wizard right there. Um, usually we have somebody. They usually Bond has somebody, as far as I can
A
remember.
little bit older or a little bit younger, but I do see a lot. And it was in the trailer. You do see him giving you the gadgets, so that's fine. Yep, that's fine. But also at the same time, right here, I'm like, yep, this is classic James Bond. And they said this is before the margaritas, vodka martini, mart- whatever he says in the line. So this is obviously before that, but we get some cool action actually. So I'm like, ooh, I like this. I
So
mean, it
this
is
looks like
IO
oh
interactive, so
over this is good. Like over the shoulder camera. Um, gunfighting. That's good.
Spectre Wolf.
I like it. I like it when it's like that's easy. I like it when it's over the
This is
shoulder.
classic Bond setup for an action in a movie.
Oh
Got the
yes.
guards coming in. I got a beautiful setting. I'm like, yes, this is what I need. This is what we need,
This
folks.
this is what this is what this is what James Bond should be. It's not that difficult, filmmakers. It's not that difficult to make a
I mean,
good
did you see
Bond
No Time
movie.
to Die yet, by any chance? Did you see the last one with Daniel Craig?
I saw Skyfall. That was the
Spectre?
last one. I haven't seen Spectre yet. I haven't seen Spectre. I've been
I've
meaning
seen all
to.
of his Bond films, and I do like all of them individually. And I thought No Time to Die was a good sign off for his character, at least. So this one's coming out in 2026, done by those wonderful people of the Hitman series. So I do expect this to be really good for this case. So, oh, here's your PlayStation lineup. Are you happy? Look at what we have.
Oh, nice. PS
I
Plus.
hate that. I hate that Eidos canceled the Deus Ex game. No, not Eidos. Yeah, the company that that owns the Deus Ex license. I hate they never got to finish it because their publishers are like, no, we can't do it now because of reasonings behind it. But classic PS2 Deus Ex classic catalog, let's go. Also, Twisted Metal fans, be happy. Boom, there it is, 3 and 4, July 15th. And well, this is a mistake. It's supposed to be Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, as in the classics, not the remakes, the classic Resident Evil. I mean, look at those. Look at that. The true Resident Evil and the true
Yeah,
Resident Evil 3. Don't give me that garbage remake of 3.
no,
No, thank you.
fuck that one. Fuck that. Give me Resident Evil 3. Just give
Give
me
me
that one.
Nemesis. I need the real
That one
Nemesis.
right there. That
The
is the
real
one I
Nemesis.
recognize.
And
Actually,
some
you know what?
classic adventure games.
I will give the RE2 remake its flowers too. I will give it its flowers. They got the tone right. It's what it should have been.
RE2 remake again. I'm a diehard for the classics, but RE2 remake, I'll give it a pass, a big pass, because they nailed the tone, the atmosphere, and what the original experience was like. So I'm like, damn, that was
They
good.
brought back and of course they brought back Hunk and they brought back the tofu the hilarious tofu
Yeah.
officers as well. Though that was fun to play. I had a blast with that.
So the people who made Abzu and Journey are making their new adventure title, Sword of the Sea. And to me,
Ooh.
I'm already in love with this because I played Journey
Oh,
on my channel back in the PS4 era. What an experience that was. I was like,
hey
wow.
Xavier. What's up,
I mean,
buddy?
this looks amazing already from the start. Like, I love their art direction. It's always been spot on. I mean, a single frame can tell you so many words. Like, look at this frame. It's telling you so much without any dialogue. It's like, wow.
Exactly. It's show and tell. It's just show it's showing us a beautiful scene, but it's not sit but there are no words to it, and that's what keeps it fresh. You want to do the show and tell, but let the scenes speak for itself. I want to know what that dolphin is doing right there. I want to know why that man is running on the wire. I want to know why. Why
And if
are
you
they
have yet
doing
to play any of their games, I highly recommend it because they're great. Like, Journey is like going on a wonderful, poetic musical journey. Like you're like literally in like think of yourself you're in a watching the theater. There's no words, no dialogues. It's just the actors acting with music playing. That's the best way to describe it, really. Sea of Remnants, a new live whatever service game, but people will give it a shot. They'll give it a shot for sure. To me, this is like to be the better Skulls and Bones. So
get oh yeah, give me giant crab monster, give me pirate ships, how it
it's
should
supposed
be.
to be slightly stop motion. I couldn't really tell from the trailer, but we'll see how this goes later down the line. It could be successful, could be not. but we'll move on from
Hey,
there.
actually, they got the time period right. They
Yep.
got the time
After
period.
bots, we're getting ourselves 5 brand new challenging levels, making this up to 90
Give
levels in total. And of
give the
course,
love. That is awesome. Game's
I
not even
love
out
this. They're
yet,
doing
ladies.
this right away. Thank you.
Game's not even out, ladies and gentlemen. And look at the love right now. Look at the love. We gotta
Look
get
at the love.
we gotta give it its flowers. Give Ghost of Yoite its flowers. It had that 30,
And
like
there's a
Joker mentioned,
and the
30,
controller's back, so yay!
and like Joker mentioned, they only had 30 seconds, but here, look at this. Already in Astrobot. Get it.
And
Support the
they have
game.
said there's more characters, but they're keeping the rest surprise. Ooh,
You know what would be a
teaser.
hilarious one? You know what would be a hilarious one, Joker?
What?
They should put Bubsy in there. Just for
Oh,
the laughs. Like the laughs, the shock value. Imagine the shock and value and triggering everybody's PTSD of that game.
oh
That would
Tides of
be the
Tomorrow. I
ultimate
don't
troll right
know
there.
about this one, but it
Oh,
looks
oh,
like a multiplayer storyline with some submarine-based stuff because you get to see it like in a sub or like a scuba tank or something. So I'm like, this looks cool. Like you get to see some jets out here, but then it's like you're kind of like, but this looks like kind of like an aquatic world, kind of
tides.
like what Waterworld,
Okay, I'll.
kind of like what Waterworld should have been for a game. I'm like, okay, okay, I can see
I
that happening. It's got potential. It's got potential. So I'll give it a fair shot. I'll give it a fair chance. And Thief is coming back in VR form,
oh,
but
ooh.
it's on the PSVR 2, so the VR 2 is powerful enough, but I'm I'm a little skeptical. Would I like a proper Thief 1 remastered or like HD port? Yes. Would I like stuff better to be done in the Thief universe? Yes. But but I'm going to play devil's advocate here. If Half-Life 2 Alex was so good, and this does come like to PC as well, I expect it should come to PC as well for those VR's headset. How many people are willing to pick it up then than just seeing the PS2 VR logo? Because Half-Life Alex did prove we can get some really good VR titles. And if they thought that this was going to be great in VR, go for it. But how it will work, I don't know. I don't own a VR, thankfully. I used to own the old VR until I gave it to my mom's coworker's son. But I wish I got something to go along with than just a VR title. I know you Thief fans are waiting for a brand new game. I think we're gonna have to bite the bullet for this one. If it works, then great. If not, we'll pray for a console port of the older titles. So
I mean, I understand trying something different here. I to a degree, I
and I
understand.
do think Thief can work in VR. That's the strangest thing. I think Thief could
That's what's
actually
so
work.
crazy. That's what's so crazy.
The concept works, but you're on a platform that it's really like it's there. I think Gabe New said that the concept is here for a lot of VR titles, but it's how we're implementing VR. Like, sure, you can put Skyrim or in VR, but I already played Skyrim a dozens upon dozen of times. The experience is new, but it's just Skyrim again. I know all the content and everything. This has potential to make us go, oh, so this is what VR is for. Sweet. And then it could also be a double reminder of there's a reason why VR titles will sell, but not as well as a main console would. But again, good luck to the Thief team. Prove us wrong, please. But you know what's
Yeah,
more promising?
I
Neo 3.
oh
After years of waiting, you darn Neo fanatics. Here you go. We're not going to China. We're not doing Rise of Ronin, which is a game that I do love, but Neo 3. There it is. Neo 3.
Joker,
Wow.
you are bankrupting my fucking wallet right now.
Well, for the Souls like fans, here you go. For the Souls
Oh,
fans, here you go.
this looks awesome.
This looks cool now.
I'm excited. I'm liking what I see.
I mean, Team Ninja's been on a streak lately. They're bringing back classic titles. They're going to Ninja Gaiden 4. So they're on a roll right now, so it's good.
Guys, please
Oh,
please
there's a demo if
support
you want to play that info.
please support Team Ninja. Team Ninja is the proven factor of people that care about story, characters.
Oh, their story still sucks in there, but they care
It,
about making a good action game. Like even Rise of Ronin has PS3 style graphics. The action was still pretty good. The story, they tried
oh,
their best.
you could still appreciate. You could still
You can still
appreciate
appreciate
though.
the story for the most part, but I like Rise of Ronin for what it is actually. But going back to Thief, I hope it does well. Like, what were you trying to say
Yes,
about Thief?
I want to see. And I know how people are about VR and everything, which is warranted. It's warranted given on what system it's on currently, and believe me, we all get it. But please, let's give this a fair chance. If it does great, fantastic. If it fails, at least they tried, and we cannot fault them for trying. We can't fault them
I
for
like
that.
her outfit. I like her character
Oh,
design.
that is a beautiful outfit.
I like her green eyes. I'm like, ooh, green eyes. Ooh,
Ooh,
what's that about? So we'll
oh
have to wait
yes.
and find out. All right, what else we have? Here we go,
Oh
folks.
yes, Delta Snake
Digital
Eater
Card.
finally. Oh, Metal Gear Online's coming back. Oh, that's huge.
Oh,
That's huge.
oh, there it is. This is the infamous battle, folks. We're not going to tell you what it is, so
Oh
good luck.
no, good luck. We're not telling you. Just
We're
take
acting all
one look.
smart because we already know.
Oh, what did Snake do to that monkey from Ape Escape?
It was
What?
in the original game. It was in the original game. So
Really?
yes, they
Oh
know what they're
man.
doing.
Oh my god, that poor monkey. Why is oh
This
my
still
lord.
looks good. This still looks good for what we are seeing.
Oh, this
I
does.
know it's
I
in the Unreal Engine, not the Fox engine, but
This looks
they
good.
do lose some of the filter with from the PS2, but this still looks really good though. Like it still looks good.
You could tell
But
they
honestly, of course,
really damn
this
it,
still
Joker.
looks good. This still looks good. Like I'm like, damn.
I know. But you could tell, like you could really tell they know they were gonna sacrifice the like some of the filter from the like you mentioned from the PS2. But I gotta say, I say it's a well done. It looks good. I like it. So I gotta say the risk was worth it, and the reward is good. So I can approve of this.
And you and I both know what this battle is. Very
Yep,
it.
yep. There's
Oh,
that little bastard right there. Oh,
now I'm gonna ask you a question. Are they gonna keep in the little secret for this boss battle? Twice actually.
oh. That's a very great question.
Because I remember playing this back on the PS2 when I still had it. And I remember someone telling me, or looking it up back in the day, like, wait, I can avoid this boss battle? So I'm like, you
Yeah.
can? So I didn't think it was true until I saw this guy. I'm like, hold on a second. Huh, okay, that was cool. So are they gonna keep that first secret in there, or are they also gonna do the second one? Because they better do them both. Because it's not a Snake Eater game without the iconic boss battle, which is awesome. Or if you know, you know. So anyway, oh yeah, we can avoid that. Here's one you are gonna love:
Oh,
the
this is
classics
good.
one through four.
Yes.
The
Oh,
more.
oh man. Oh god, I remember the crap that Mortal Kombat 4 got. I remember I don't know why everybody hated it. I don't know why. But hopefully it gives it a bit more justice. Because
I mean,
believe me,
this.
I like Mortal Kombat and seeing the hey Sunflower, what's up? And seeing the actual people who did those characters at Comic Con, Joker, is a feeling unlike any other. You see them you see them on the screen, but now you see them in person. It's surreal.
I bet. So, this is what I've always been looking for. Is
Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Oh,
Brain.
this has Borderlands. I'm getting Borderland
This
vibes.
is kind of like you, kind
What?
of like rock climbing. But it looks like more like a personal story as well at the same time. So they're emphasizing more of a personal story, both literally and figuratively, for playing this as a game. You're literally climbing this mountain, and it looks like
Oh,
it
look at
seems
that.
going to be a personal struggle to get up to this mountain. Hence, literally climbing a mountain, but also us, the player, we have to guide this person up this mountain, their own personal struggle. So I love when games do it this way, kind of literally breaking that barrier, climbing the literal Mount Everest, shall we say. And Ninja Gaiden
Oh,
Ragabond. So, ooh,
oh,
awesome. And like I said, we got Ninja Gaiden 4 finally after all these years. So it's also nice to see a modern title, but also something going back to the old school era
yeah.
of Ninja Gaiden.
What made it great to begin with in the first place? That's why I like. This looks amazing. I like how it looks clean. Surprisingly, it looks.
Looks
Let me
cool,
look how
right?
clean. Look how clean that looks.
Like,
But
whew.
it's still maintaining the retro side scroller vibe. That's what's so awesome about it.
That's the
It's
important
still
thing. Keep the
maintaining it.
vibe alive, and let's go. Like, I'm excited for this. I really am excited for this. Like,
I wonder
whew.
what power that is. Now I'm curious. Now I'm very curious
I'm
what that.
curious too, but we'll find out next month on July 31st, my friends. Oh, here's everybody's golf. So yay! Oh, here's Pac-Man.
Oh God! Imagine getting your butt kicked by Pac-Man in golf.
That will be funny. I do see some anime characters here as well. But okay, everybody's golf. Cool. I have no idea what this is, but this looks cool actually.
Hmm. We got. Let's see.
Solving a
Let's
little
see.
bit.
What are the? What's the inspirations? Let's find the inspirations here. Let's see. We got. Okay. We got Little Big Planet and the little. It Takes Two, platforming. We got. Oh, I
Hmm.
I don't recall that camera style before. I don't recall that one.
Looks like they're going for a little bit more of a hybrid, but
Okay. Oh, well, wait a minute. I see where we're going. Okay, I get it now.
okay. But it
I
looks it
I
looks good. It looks good to me.
I think it's something from I want to take a shot here. It's from Mario 64 from that camera shot.
Could be.
Could be Mario 64 inspired. That's okay,
Okay.
which is good. Welcomed.
Okay, lightning round, go a little bit quicker. Baby steps. I think we saw this one earlier, like last year. I think it was. So kind of like QWOP, Q, whatever that walking sim that was on your keyboard. That the guy was always frustrating the move. So yeah, cool, cool. Oh, here's the big one: Final Fantasy Tactics by Creative Studio 3, aka Creative Business Unit 3 from Square Enix. The long awaited return.
And the king has stepped in, and heads are going down. The
The
king
king
is.
has arrived, folks.
I bet you everybody's heads went down in respect to the king. The king right
And
here.
classic am in hand, so
Oh,
there's no need to
ooh.
sacrifice. You can play in the old style, which still looks amazing to this day. I mean, look at that water back in the day. Like, whew, that must have been cool to see back in the day for the waterfall or the ice, whatever. And then you see
Oh,
this right here. I'm like, it still retains the classic vibe and feel. I'm like, damn, that's how it's done, folks. That's how it's done.
I like it when games. I like it when
And also, even though it's not currently shown right now, they have also announced cast members from Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, remake cast, and a few other characters are coming back as the guest characters. So, woo! You are seeing Clive. You will see Cloud, played by the current actor of Cody. You will see. So you're gonna get some really good guest characters now. So from the current lineup for Square Enix. So excellent, wonderful. I hope people are happy and excited because this is what you wanted. And a brand new Digimon
Oh,
story.
I know somebody who would love this. There's a friend of mine who loves Digimon. There's a friend of mine that loves Digimon.
Angelomon looks awesome here. I'm like, dude, this looks cool. I like the UI so far. I'm like, damn. Like Digimon needs some good games, and like,
This is
whew,
a step in the right direction.
I might buy this actually. I almost wanted to try the
Oh,
new one. That was
whoa!
like
I'm
storyline
tripping
that you fell
mad.
off of Digimon. But this looks cool. I'm like, damn. This literally looks like it's out for the anime. It literally does look like a
It
scene from the anime.
does.
And that was I can't remember this little guy's name before he evolves to his rookie form, but he looks cute, looks adorable.
No,
But then what's
Agumon.
this?
That can't be Greymon. Cause it can't be
No,
Greymon.
no,
No.
that's no.
It's not Agumon because Agumon's the mini T
Agumon's
Rex
T
one.
Rex because I see the red hair. I'll look it up
Oh
later.
fuck! I can't
I
remember the
think that was the
name.
one that went to the whole one with the white with the horn. So, but then
Yep.
what's this shot? What is this shot? I'm like, damn.
Oh. Oh, look at that blade! Look at the detail, ladies and gentlemen. Look at
Which one,
that
the top or
detail.
bottom?
Both of them. Look at the
Ooh,
detail.
damn,
That
son.
I would if my opponent came at me with a sword like that, I'd be pissing my pants. Be like, I surrender. I surrender.
So I just gotta wonder what's going on here, but I'm sold. I'm sold. Let's go for it. And this one is out in October 3rd, so got a ways to go still, but I'm excited. It's good to be alive. And after all these years, Bloodstain is coming back. We're getting the spiritual successor sequel to Castlevania.
Yay!
So Bloodstain 2, folks. God, this is what we need now. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
And and
sir.
Joker, and Joker, this is to all the people who waited this long, even though some of them are no longer with us. I'm pretty sure they be hooping and hollering right now.
Bloodstain 2, folks. We will play it for you. We will honor you. And it's two protagonists this time. We got two protagonists
Yep. Unheard of. Unheard of.
for the
Oh,
series so far. So,
oh,
but we got to wait a full year, but that's okay. That's okay. We waited this long. We can wait even more. But I just love how this looks already. I'm like, damn. It still retains the original vibes. Everything looks better. It's still
Hey, Callie, happy
that same
barbecue.
Castlevania. It's still Castlevania. It's the same people. So god damn, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm excited. Silent Hill F Fortissimo. That's what we're gonna call it. So we got another look out September 25th. So get ready. Oh, oh, the shot right here. Oh, oh, thank you. This is Silent Hill. This is
Yes,
Silent Hill right here.
this.
Psychological survival horror right here, done right. Oh, so good. Oh, look at that. It's
Oh
amazing.
my lord! Holy crap!
Oh,
Ooh,
oh,
ooh.
oh.
Well,
Fail's gonna probably say that
I know what I'm gonna be playing for October. I know what I'm gonna
I'm
be
buying
playing.
this day one. I'm buying this day one, and I'm playing it. Oh,
Oh, that is scary.
damn.
Holy crap.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Comes right at you too at the end, like, oh, just give it to me. Oh, Fatal's probably saying, now I know why you don't have a girlfriend, but Fatal, it's Silent Hills. Oh, oh,
Yes. Yes.
oh, yes, please. I love this cover. I love it so much. Look at so beautiful, so elegant, and also kind of effed up when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is is this really Konami right now? Is this really Konami after all these years? Yes. Please don't stop. Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, Konami. for bringing back Silent
Did
Hills. Thank
somebody
you.
did Konami wake up on a good day today and just say, you know what, we're gonna give the fans what they want?
I think so. And whoever did that, I want to thank you. And here's the thing, though. Romeo's dead. Pseudo 51's back, people.
Yes.
Brand new title after all these years. And look at this shot. Oh, you should watch
Oh,
the trailer for this. It's amazing. Classic Pseudo 51. Ultra violence, no held back whatsoever. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Thank you, Suda. And fine. Well, what I've been waiting for all this time.
yes. Go ahead, Joker.
It's live. It's alive. They didn't cancel it. It's alive. Thank you, Capcom. I waited so long for this game. It was announced during the PlayStation 5 reveal. Brand new title from Capcom. We were promised a 2022 release date. We missed it. 2023. Oh, here's a new trailer. Ooh, we're gonna get it this year or next year. Nope, they had to apologize. Actually, they apologized with a X by Dina on a sheet of paper that said 2022 X with an arrow that says 2023. That was crossed out, and then with a question mark, and then another one. The message was like, "We're sorry." Huh? And it says, and there was a message from the team saying that we have to delay the game indefinitely because we want to deliver you the experience, the best experience possible. Well, here we are, folks. 2 more years later, we have a release window, 2026. I am so happy for this company. I'm so happy with this game. Look at that, 2026. It's real.
It's very real, ladies and gentlemen.
This could have been a deep down situation where it was announced, everything looked cool, it looked awesome, even from the technological standpoint, but just never happened. Just never happened. But this is what waiting all this time means so much to me. I bought the PS5 just for this game alone, actually, because I'm like, oh shit, this looks cool. But we never saw gameplay. And then we do see gameplay. It does look like you're going to be teaming up with the main character and Dina to take out whatever these things are. That's the thing about this trailer they've been doing so far. They've been keeping the mystery of this game alive well and keep it hidden. So kind of like Capcom's take on Bioshock, like Bioshock 2 esque. So I'm like, and I can see it actually. I can truly do see it. So I'm excited for this game. It's coming to all platforms, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. So it's a win for everybody right here. It's a win. It's a win. I'm excited, and this is kind of like the new game that was announced ish. I think we have seen this before, so it still looks cool. Honestly, like I have no idea what this is really, but it's like okay, weird things are going around. Like even this shot's like, what's going on here?
Yeah, what is going on here?
I
This
don't
is
know. It looks cool.
I'm willing to give the benefit of a doubt here. This is
I think we
something
saw this.
different.
I think maybe a year ago. I could be wrong, but with this cool art style, I'm all for it. So we'll test it out later. But that's all I really had like for the summer the state of play. There's a lot of cool titles coming out. Others we have seen beforehand, like Lumos. But my thoughts, I thought this was a really good state of play. We got some games that I do question a little bit, but I think this is a win for PlayStation. We're starting the summer off strong with these
Actually, compared
showcases.
to last year, this is the strongest one I've
I
seen.
think so. I think so. Actually,
Because you
'cause
and
I think
you and
it
I,
really was
you I
Microsoft
bet
last year
I
that
bet Dash.
pretty much stole the show with their strong lineup versus PlayStation and the Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, because remember last year Nintendo kept beating the piss out of Xbox and PlayStation, but now PlayStation's like, you know what? I've had enough, and they came back strong.
They
I'm
came
like,
back strong. There's
I'm
still
like,
other games
PlayStation,
hidden.
is that you? Who are you? What have you done with the PlayStation that we were so accustomed to?
To me, it felt like they went back to classic PS3, PS4 titles here because some of these I would expect on the PS4, PS3 a little bit, but it's like, wow. I mean,
I bet
Giant Scroll of Journey.
I bet you our good friend Dash, he probably had a mini heart attack saying, "This is better than I expected. Why is this better than I expected?" Because last
Oh,
year
and
was
Dash,
so
we do
bad.
have our fire
Last
walking
year,
from Control from Remedy, so we saw a little glimpse of that here and there. So it's like, oh, I guess I know what me and Dash are going to be playing because we're both Remedy fans, especially with the Alan Wake universe. So,
but
so
I bet Dash was like, "Okay, who are you? And what have you done with the PlayStation? This is new. This is awesome. Why is this so awesome? Stop being awesome." I bet you he was questioning the existence of during his stream. I bet you he was like, "Wait a minute, what the hell?" Knowing him, because he's the biggest critic of PlayStation, and so are a few other of our friends. They're the biggest critics, but PlayStation said bet and came out with what you just showed and everything. I'm legitimately excited. I can't believe I'm saying I'm excited for PlayStation. But my hats off to the people who hard at work. We're finally getting what we should have gotten many moons ago. But as the saying goes, better late than never, which is completely fine with me. I am more than willing to wait next year. I'm more than willing to wait next year for some of them. Others I'll consider and go from there. All right, Joker. What should we talk about next? What do you want?
well,
Where do you want?
Thunderbolts, sadly, it's set to lose, according to an article that people are going to say, but that's a well, both yes and no. Since I also got another one that is talking about like why this is a little bit more disappointing for Marvel because in the end, you would think Thunderbolts, with the good reception that it did have, even me and Phoenix, we both said that it is still a good movie by the end of the day, like one of the better ones they had for a good while. But to me, I kept saying the film was fine, but Phoenix was like, "No, that's fine, that's okay," and he ended up liking it a bit more than me. And I did say, "You know what, that's fine too." But why in the world is this happening? But people are like, but it's not about beating back the budget. You need to get a lot of money because when you're about to lose over 100 million, it could be a little bit less now due to some more money coming in, but there's no way they're going to be breaking even with this one. They're going to lose money regardless, sadly. Close to 100 million, close to 100 million. They are about to lose with Thunderbolts. It's not that shocking, but it's like, wow.
I wholeheartedly agree. I cannot wait. It's we'll see what happens. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Um,
Papa,
a hundred million. Wow.
Thunderbolt is set to lose, although this is about a week ago. It's like, well, they're not exactly wrong. At least about a week ago. But people are going to say, but isn't the box office return a little bit better now? Both yes and no. But if you want to know a little bit know why this is going, I may not like the folks over there at Screen Rant, but I think they did tally up everything. When you look at the stuff that Marvel back in their heyday when they used to be dominating for the summer at least,
Oh, yes. Let's see. We
they used
got
to do pretty darn well across what they're making. But kind of compare the money for Thunderbolts to some of the more other movies. It's surprisingly
oh,
shocking. Now, granted, you could also say, what about Captain Marvel or the other movies out there, like like Black Widow and several others. You're correct, but I think Black Widow had the advantage of both being in theaters and on Disney Plus, where you still had to pay money for it. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. I think that was back at the time for Disney Plus. But when you do look at Thunderbolt, this should have been, like, I want to say, their big hit they're looking for. And people are going to say it was a hit. Yes, but some people are going to say,
not the hit that we wanted.
because I'm going to keep bringing this up right away. Because remember the. Oh, really? Why is my Wi-Fi doing this to me now? Now I'm having Wi-Fi problems. Or it's just that the internet's down right now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, we're still good. I'm here. I still good.
I can still hear you. I still see you.
Yeah, the TSN is not responding. Come on, really? You've got this. Oh, well. Well, remember how they were reporting that the new Lilo and Stitch movie was already making 400 million or close to 300 million in just 4 days? It took them 4 days to make that money. And it took Thunderbolts pretty much this entire time just to get up to the 300 million range. I think that should say a lot, actually. I think that should say a lot. Is it a brand recognition? Yes. Is it something that happened during the holidays that, oh, I don't know, families could take their children to see Lilo and Stitch versus the PG-13 MCU movie? Yes. But to be fair, devil's advocate, I still see little kids in PG-13 MCU films where they should not be in. But parents,
Oh
that's your
no,
parent.
we're really cracking down on that actually with the rated R thing, because we're really enforcing it. Because you know how those parents took all the kids to go see Deadpool because because the excuse is, oh, it's a superhero movie. Let's go see it, Timmy. And they see Deadpool swearing, saying pussy and all that.
The F
And
bombs and everything, the sex scenes. It's like, no, this is not for you. I still remember when the first Deadpool movie, 2016, was out. I was we're in the mega screen, and I'm looking around like it's a good size crowd for a mega screen movie. And kid you not, we get to the Stan Lee cameo for the strip club scene. Suddenly, it's the boobies that does it. And then when I look to my right, I see a mom and maybe a young kid leave. And I'm like, well, you lasted this long, so I'll give you props, but you should not be in here with your son. I still remember this.
oh, absolutely.
That's in my brain forever. I'm like, God. I was like, whoa, wow, okay. Don't know why you're here, but
I actually turned away a few people who were trying to go see the Final Destination Bloodlines. That
okay.
was a lot. That was a lot of fun because they were underage. They were only 14, 15, and 16. You tell
Yeah,
me.
well, yeah, 14, 16, if they're able to handle it with their parents, that's one
But the
thing. But
thing is, they had no
Mhm.
one. They didn't. They came by themselves. No parent. No nothing.
Did anybody like check for IDs? Please tell me. You know what? Put that in a private chat. So I don't want to get you in trouble. But that was the thing about some of these films that I do see younger kids in that who should not be in here. But it's like, you ain't getting past me there, Sonny. No way. Um, but to me, it's the weird thing that parents once said that don't be the police. But it's like, if they're gonna be in a PG-13 movie, I one expect them to behave with their parents, or two, the parent slash guardian better understand the type of content they're showing their children at that young age. Please, I know it's Marvel. I know it's DC or you name it, comic book or non-comic book, game or not game. Please understand exactly what the ratings are getting into, because I don't want you to hear you argue with an employee and be like, "Well, that was too scary or tense from them. Then why are you bringing them in here?" I still remember The Dark Knight when that was out. You probably know the scene I'm talking about. It's the police scene. It's in the Gotham PD. That sequence so tense, so
Oh
oh,
yeah,
amazing.
I loved it, and I like the bank scene too. I like the opening scene and everything. That was fun.
I still remember that movie being a great movie, but I remember before I went in, I saw this dad bring his kid in, and I just simply said to him, this might get intense for your little one. He said, "Okay, thank you for telling me," and that was it. And he was a cool dad. Because right as I'm walking out of the
Well,
theater,
at least he acknowledged, like, okay, at
thank you.
least I know what I'm getting myself
I mean, he
into.
just thanked me because for a heads up, because although his son did turn away, his son did enjoy the movie. So I was like, cool, thank you. So he was a cool
Exactly.
dad. That was a
Happy
Chad
dad.
dad right there, folks. That's a Chad dad right there.
Exactly. And we need more Chad dads nowadays. We need to bring Chad dads back. We need that back. Who actually know what they're doing and actually act like dads. That know when to be the parent and everything and be like, "Okay, I understand." Speaking of which, Joker, you mentioned Black Panther earlier. Uh
This better be a freaking joke.
There,
Please.
here you go.
We don't want this.
It's okay. Let's see. Now, what's going on, ladies and
Well,
gentlemen?
there's two things. There's this one where I did want to see.
This is the one that because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. EA's Black Panther reportedly acts due to lack of progress with a featured T'Challa, Killmonger, and Shuri defended Wakanda from Skrull invasion. Okay, that actually sounds pretty cool. I like that. That's a okay with me. It ties in with Black Panther and everything. So this is lore accurate, and I get it. That I'm okay with. It's stuck with the story, and I'm okay with. But EA is gonna EA everybody,
And to
and then
think that, some stuff was slightly playable. Like, we got the actual T'Challa and Shuri. I definitely think they would have probably played a little bit more differently for one another. Definitely could see Shuri as more, a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, but still powerful. Maybe using more of her tech gadgets versus T'Challa over there, who might be more hand-to-hand combat, which
I
would have been
will. Oh,
interesting.
this would have been interesting. I
I think
like the
if they went
look.
for that design from the comic books, I think I would have been like, damn, I could see it. Now the scroll invasions, to be fair, I really never liked the scrolls. And it's not the MCU's fault. I just never cared about them. I know we had the whole Secret Invasion plot line, which I read part of that in high school, but I just never cared for the scrolls. Is that wrong for me to say? I just never felt them to be interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, and keep in mind, it's not their fault. They tried, like they literally tried. I would have liked actually, you know what? This would have been a great crossover film right here.
You
This
know
would
what?
have
I
been
did read one of those crossovers with Black Panther with Fantastic Four for one of my
I
English
could see this
classes.
happening. I could see this happening. If written right and directed right with the right people, easy money right there. Marvel, easy money. Just
But for now, I do have the Amy Henning, her Captain America Black Panther game set in World War II, which I am still excited for. Actually, I am still excited for. That's out next year, so I'm very excited for that game to come out. I could see Shuri work like this. Like I literally could see her work this way with the Wakandans. I would love to explore if it was like semi-open. I definitely did want to explore Wakanda, explore the city, explore the culture. You know, it looked like there was promise, but again, when there's no real progress, eventually there's the old saying, you have to show something to keep the funding going. But if they're like, nope, we're gonna axe it. So just imagine having that big title on your hands, and now you get nothing. You get nothing. You lose.
Yep,
Damn.
exactly. And it's the same thing with Wonder Woman. Again, Joker, easy. That would have been like an easy success. Because remember, these are not overly complicated characters, people. You have everything together. You have her backstory and all that. You have Black Panther's backstory. These would have been easy games to get out there and just sit back and watch. Just sit back and watch the numbers go up or down, one of the two. It would have been fine. But EA is gonna EA. So on to the movie news. This was just brought to my attention by Joker. I love the Saw series. I love it.
Oh, yes, I do. I remember even playing games and down in my basement in one of the rooms. I can always see the TV going on with my sister and her friends. And I would ask myself, what are they watching over there? I would poke my head around. I'm like, what's this title card? Saw 3. They're watching a Saw movie? And then it would say, go upstairs, go away. Why? It's rated R. Oh, okay.
uh,
And then years later for Halloween, always on TV. There's a Saw marathon going on? Let's watch a couple. So, what's happened to Good World of Saw? They better not do another spinoff without Saw because you can't do it without Tobin. Tobin. Sorry, I've said it. Or his little minions. You can't do it without them. Well, there's some good news.
Blumhouse is acquiring the rights to Saw, with Lionsgate still involved as a partner. Creatively, the franchise is now back with James Wan. Mega W. That's
So that's what we need. So I think it's great that it's also great that James is going back to more horror after his two comic book movies. So I think that is great for him. Always go back to horror. Yes, he's still attached to American Horror Story as always a executive producer, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he always will direct an episode here or there for American Horror American Horror Story, or at least like he did back at the old season of American Horror Story. But it's great for him to go back to horror. And now you have the founding co-worker with Saw. The other one was with Leanne, and he's not with the franchise right now anymore. I say this is a win right here, actually. James is back at the helm, and if he has creative control, I will hopefully get Saw 11 before Tobin passes away. That guy is over 82, still acted in Saw 10, and I know there were problems with him filming due to his age and everything, but goddamn, was he still beautifully, beautifully done, bringing you John's story. Because 10 was set in between 1 and 2, and that was when he was in Mexico getting his treatment. God, he was still scary. God, he was
Mhm.
still scary. And that's the reason why I actually do like the Jigsaw movies. I talk about this with a guy at my campsite. The reason why Jigsaw is so scary is not what he does to people, it's what they do to themselves in the end. He wants them to reform. That is the only thing he wants you to do. And like he keeps saying, live or die, the choice is yours. And he tells you exactly this is how the game is meant to be played. You are in a trap, but every trap is meant to be survived if he's the game maker. Because with the lady, she doesn't want you to win. She wants you to suffer and then die. If it's with the other guy, they are meant to be survived, but even he will tamper with the game. So that's the big difference between all the Jigsaw people out there. The main guy, he wants you to live, reform, to make sure you do have a way out. The others kind of don't. But it's also why he does it to begin with. Because of what happened to his unborn son and what happens to him. Because he is still diagnosed with cancer in the end. In Jigsaw, you find out what exactly happened that day. And I don't blame him for being mad. It was a distressed father with a distressed wife and child that they had. And because he's tired, he accidentally switched it around where his cancer wasn't detected, the other guy's was, or it's meant to be the other way around. So it's like, oh shit. So I don't blame him for doing what he's doing. But again, it's meant to be reformed. He doesn't kill unless he has to kill. And that's why I like the films a lot. They're so creative. They gave you this morally great character that you should be mad at, but then when people sit down and relax, at least the survivors, they at least say he actually did help me reform. I was like, wow. So he has that effect. Even in Saw 10, where that one girl wins, he's like, call the ambulance now. They're like, what? Call the ambulance. Because she won the game. She proved that she could do it. And he just wanted to give her redemption. Until the one female lady said no and crushed her head.
Oh, I
That was a
remember that.
brutal scene. That was
Oh,
a brutal scene.
she went to town. Like
I know she did.
they did not hold back. Actually, there was one scene that will forever literally make me cringe no matter how many times I see it. I forget which Saw movie it's in, but it's the one girl who was a former drug addict
All the
falls
needles. I think that was
oh,
Saw 4. Wasn't that Saw 4?
I think it
It
was
was Saw
Saw 4 because she fell into those syringes. I literally cringed. I'm like, oh, that has to fucking hurt. And keep in mind, those are used needles.
Hepatitis
Used.
C. Hepatitis C. I think that
And
was Saw 4 because I don't think it was Saw 5. Saw 5 had like something else. But like fun fact for people who are one to know about the Saw movies. Yes, all the traps are done for real, but they're also meant to have the utmost precaution, like the carousel shotgun blast. They actually had to reduce the staff for that, for at least the crew for that, at least for the actors, give them some medication so they wouldn't get nauseous so easily. But because how dangerous the setup was, they're like, no, we need to do the utmost prep for this. So then the bear trap is meant to be survivable, unless you have the original bear trap, which is not meant to be survived. Even the knife one, oh, Saw 5 with the knife. Ooh,
oof.
that still gets me every time because it's knives, it's knives, it's knives. And the guy's face goes, and it's like, how is he alive? All you have to do is walk away. But no, he attacks Kramer and it's like, oh, yep, there it is.
I thought the one with the laser with the like the collar with the lasers and everything.
Oh, Jigsaw, that was brilliant.
That was brilliant right there. That I like the and they weren't afraid to get into that high tech stuff. They weren't afraid. That's why I liked about it. They were trying something new and I'm like, okay. And they showed what it can really do
Oh
and I'm
wait,
like,
I just googled it on my phone. The needle scene was in Saw 2. Ooh, maybe
oh, the
that's why they
class.
blocked it out because it was so early in the franchise.
But it's effective though. That scene is
No, it
effective.
was. It's so.
And that's why I like the original Saw movies because it was believable. The actors were believable. The setting was believable. and people tell me it's just a movie. It's just a movie. But is it really? Is it really?
But the fact that it's back
That's
with
the
James, in my opinion, it's great. But even like
yes.
the older movies, like you have to understand why he went after the two detectives in the first place. That's the thing about Saw One that works so well. It was both a horror movie and kind of like a noir movie. You have to wonder exactly what's going on. Also, one thing about his little puppet, does he just takes this thing everywhere with him? Because he's
That's what I
crazy.
want to know. Where the
Like people
every
manufactured this
time you
thing.
see him,
It's like, okay, because then it's like you're clearly not going back to the crime scene to take him, so he's got to have an army of these things around, right? Like
you know
even
what
in
was
Saw
so
2, like
creepy?
how do you
You know
get that
what's
thing
so
to Mexico?
unsettling? When he's riding the fucking bike, the first
It's
time,
so creepy.
the first time he wrote that puppet wrote it on a bicycle, I'm like,
Nope,
that
nope,
can't be real. That can't be
nope.
real.
I'm
Because
like Team Fortress 2 going, nope.
up until that point, we only saw him on the TV, and that was it. We only saw the puppet on the TV, and that was it up until that point. But the
Yes,
first time we saw this thing right here in full
that
body,
was creepy.
riding a damn bicycle towards these people, I'm like,
No, no, no.
it threw everything out the window. Like, forget being safe. Forget it. He's just in a TV, honey. He's just in a TV, honey. It's okay. He ain't gonna get you. He's right there on a fucking tricycle, looking at you.
I
And
almost want to dress up as this guy for Halloween with a mini bike and just start walking, biking around.
oh my god, Joker! I would pay to see that. I would pay you to do that. I would legitimately pay you to go out and dress up as Jigsaw on the damn bike and ride around on Halloween.
Like,
In all fairness,
I think
though,
it's a positive for the franchise because, yes, in the movie canon, Jigsaw is dead, but the legacy, the impact he left behind for his little disciples, oh, it's gonna be good. Even though, technically speaking, right now, after Spiral, we have three potential Jigsaw apprentice. You have the very much the old school one from Jigsaw. Then you have the guy from Spiral who I just don't care for. I want him to die in the next movie. Please,
I
please.
never cared for him. He was bland as butter.
He
Like,
was boring. The other two made more sense. And the detective guy, well, he's dead now because they recreate the scene from the Saw 3D at the end, going game over, where he has to cut off his leg, even though he's alive in Saw 10. Just remember, Saw 10 takes place in between 1 and 2, so there's that. But I
hey,
am still
Dixie.
hoping we see some more killers, we see more crazy contraptions, and I just want some good content from Saw because I truly thought Saw 10 was the best movie out of all of them. Like,
Saw
damn,
10, I will defend that fucking movie to the day I die.
that was a great movie, actually.
That was beautifully done. I and truth be told, Joker, I would have been fine if that was the final movie. I would have been fine with it. I would have been okay with it.
We
I would
got
have
to
been
see
like,
Tobin Bell for the final time. I know he was planned to come back for 11, but again, he's so old. I think he can safely retire from the character.
he
Pretty
could,
much say time with that.
but he could still do voice camos
He could do
for the movie
voice cameo. He could still at
because
least wear the
he could
trench
still be
coat
involved.
and
He could
still
still be
like watch
involved.
monitors. Like he can still do that at least. Just don't
Nothing physical though. Nothing
please.
physical.
We
We
even
love
need to
the
watch the
we love and
tutorial.
respect the man. We love and respect the man. Just keep him with the voice camos because he does a very great job. His presence
Because
is
you can
still
even
there.
tell a little bit with the how he's walking in 10 that okay, he's really old. He's still holding on strong. God
It's
bless that.
heartbreaking.
God
It's
bless.
heartbreaking though. I'm like, oh,
Even though yes, you
I
can tell in 10 during the final second to last trap, you can definitely tell there is a stuntman doing that work for him, but you can kind of tell a little bit he's also doing it too. But Tobin, thank you for being a big, brave man and coming back for 10. You made all of us Saw fans happy. So hopefully
Exactly.
we see 11. If he's in it just for a brief moment, I'll be happy. But
I
we got
I
to
would
move on.
be I would be fine with the voice camo for 11. I would be fine with it.
But
That
speaking about voices, another loss for a very wonderful show that we all just need a propane tank and a grill just to have some fun. Heck,
yes.
I just need to sit out by a fence with some friends and open up a can of beer.
Yeah,
I I
because
almost want to say with Bub and a few others, I'm just hoping this show isn't cursed because
oh,
a
I had the
beautiful
wrong one.
soul, wonderful person was lost recently. A
Ah,
beautiful
here.
soul, a wonderful husband, great actor was lost.
Yes.
We lost
Because
another one for King of the Hill. Take it away.
so apparently, this was brought to my attention. I want to say 2 days ago, and we're reporting on it now. But um, King of the Hill voice actor Jonathan Joss has been fatally shot in Texas, in San Antonio, Texas, after an argument with a neighbor. He voiced John Redcorn. So here's the creepy part, though. Um, and
Wasn't
again,
it?
and again, this is from Bubba. He makes a point here. Brittany Murphy Brittany Murphy passed away right before a possible renewal after the cancellation. Tom Petty right after talks for the original reboot pitch. John Hardwick when passed away when talks for this one began. And now, as just before the new reboot airs, Jonathan Joss is gone as well. This is scary, ladies and gentlemen. Look, we're not
Like,
speaking ill
I
of
don't
the
believe in
dead here.
superstition, but this is just like are they is this like show just cursed or something? I don't know, but
Because
having so many wonderful people who worked on this, voices you should recognize right away. Heck, let me do the
it,
bandit scene. Here, I'll do the bandit voice. Shoot her with the gun. Shoot her with the gun. So that's the only voice I can do, and that I don't know why I do that voice so well. And it's only for the shoot her with the gun.
So, joking aside, ladies and gentlemen, this is the
I'm sorry,
scary
folks. I
part.
know.
This
Also,
is
I'm going to
this.
apologize right away, folks. I know that was a bad timing, but that was the Bandit episode. So, and that's the only line I can do. So I know, bad timing. I do apologize. I'm
Mm,
so sorry.
mm. Um,
But God, but goddamn,
real quick. The creepy part is both of these guys. These two men right here are gone. They both voiced John Redcorn. They are gone. And they're not, and keep in mind also, they're not that old, ladies and gentlemen. They probably got a few years over me and Joker. I gotta say, I'm pretty sure.
no, I'm still younger than you. So
Well, they probably have a lot more years on me, but still, they're pretty young. And I was baffled to learn about this, and I'm like, what is going on? What has the because it's it's not coincidences, ladies and gentlemen. This is straight up eerie. And
and also the
what
fact that it was done in a cold, malicious intent just makes it more disgusting. You know, his husband
exact
made a statement that I've read as well. It's just, it's heartbreaking, man. Justice will be served. That monster is not getting away, and that monster will not get his name said. He doesn't deserve it.
mm-mm.
Doesn't deserve it.
No, he does not, because we lost we lost two we lost two wonderful talented actors.
I would love
Very
to meet both of them, but now I
oh
can't.
yep, and I wanted to meet Brittany Murphy. I wanted to meet her because I loved her. I know the voice actress for Peggy is gonna be. I think she's gonna be here at Fan Fusion.
Oh,
Uh,
make sure you make it for us.
let me give me a uh. While I'm looking this, continue, Joker.
Thank
While I'm
you, Lil.
looking this.
Thank you, Lil. Thank you for
Hey,
coming down,
Lilith.
Lil. Thank you, Biff. Cal. But yeah, oh, wow. I've only seen a few episodes here and there for King of the Hill on sometimes at Fox or on Adult Swim, but that show is funny. That's very, very funny. What Hank and the buddies are up to all the time. It's one thing, or maybe it's Bobby playing some baseball. Like, no, Bobby got to go on the other side, and then it rains. That's the game. It's like, what? What? I just need to watch more King of the Hill because there's some genuine good episodes that I do like. I remember even reading one episode that was from the TV show that was a book in my library. I think it was Bobby and the Native Girl playing a video game at one point. So I'm like, oh, that episode got adapted to a game, or was just like a part of a comic or something. I don't know, but I thought that was pretty cool to read actually. And now that King of the Hill is back, it should be one that we all should be celebrating. And I think we are still going to celebrate it, but it's going to be very, very hard to watch because like this is the final time we hear that wonderful voice. Even for the other guy who passed away not too long ago, they said that he did do enough lines that were recorded for the finished product. I'm like, oh my god, one last time. But it just, I think this just might be that year. I keep saying that. Is this going to be the year that's going to really break us all? I don't think there's still wonderful people out there in the world that's left, but it just gets a little sadder every single year. So
Yeah, it is, and I just I'm very worried about uh about the other actors too.
it's, I mean, it's just tough. It's tough, not just for King of the Hill, it's for so many people. I still remember when the what was it, the original teacher for the fourth grade for Bard, when she passed away, and she was on like on the Emmys when Robin Williams also passed away for the in memorial. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, she passed away too. Damn. I remember their following episode was dedicated in her memory.
Okay, I was wrong. She's not going to be here at Fan Fusion. I must have seen it somewhere else. But yes, I really hope and you're right, Joker. It is going to be difficult to watch this cuz me and many others in some shape or form have watched King of the Hill. But our hearts go out to the families involved who are affected by this. It's a sad day in the King of the Hill
The
community.
co-workers who knew him, who worked with him, who shared many drinks, memories. Our hearts go out to these people tonight and to the fans of these wonderful actors. So our
Mhm.
hearts are with you tonight. So
Uh, Joker, where do you want to go from here?
okay, there's a few, there's a okay. What else did I send you? Because I know I sent you a whole bunch of stuff that was
Oh, wait a
like.
minute. Now I
What about
remember.
that video game that I just talked to you about earlier? That I'm like, have you heard about this series? Because I haven't heard about this. Because I'm like, what is this game?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
Anima Project.
let me
Like,
pause. Let me
what
pause the
is
video.
like? This was in my feed. I had no idea what it was. Two Epic Journeys, one remastered saga. We're happy to announce that the Anima Gate Memories 1 and 2 remasters coming later this year, fully rebuilt with upgraded visuals, rebalanced combat, and smoother gameplay. I'm like, I have no idea what this is about.
I I don't know either. The truth be told, I'm literally hearing this for the first time.
And I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, sick, sweet. I was like, okay, this is something that we could talk about. And I do like to discover slash rediscover games that I have no idea what they're about. Anima Gated Memories is an action role-playing video game developed by the Anima Project and published by Badland Ending. The game is based upon Spanish tabletop role-playing game Anima Beyond Fantasy. Well. Every day is a school day. That's wow. That's kind of badass, actually. An open world and players explore the world guide. Pick a task which will impact the game. Wow, that's kind of cool, actually. Anima Beyond Fantasy. What is that? Tabletop and the start of the Spanish. Anima draws significant inspiration from Japanese role-playing games like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, and Stukin. The game combines elements of Eastern fantasy such as manga-like honor codes, mystic systems, and martial arts with elements of Western fantasy such as medieval arms. Ooh, wow! So this thing's got there's a card game. The card games are non-collectible and are independent of three. Wow. Well, there's a whole lot to learn about. Wow.
Oh, oh,
Wow.
absolutely.
Wow.
Um,
So this is kind of like you're kind of like what Cyberpunk 2027 is based off is also based off a tabletop game, along with a few other games out there. So wow. So wow, that's a win in our books.
mm,
And this is the remaster of one and two. So and you get two games in one go. So I'm just about to say this. Go, hey, there we go. Now we're talking.
hey,
Hey, do a little Fonzie. Hey, so that's what we want
hey.
to. That's what we want to see. So
It,
I'm gonna have to
it's
check this out later.
and it's stuff like this, ladies and gentlemen, that me, Joker, and everybody else cheers for, and what we want to see more of in the world of gaming. This is stuff we love reporting on, and it gives us hope. I mean, as raggedy, creaky, about to collapse as the game industry is, stuff like this still gives us hope. There is still hope. And this is what we want to promote and everything and get out there and make sure that this gets success that it rightfully deserves. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting two games for free. You're getting both games for the price of one. And that's the beauty of it. I like it when I can get more than one game in a collection. It gives me more stuff to play with and everything. I ain't gonna be bored. I have 3 games right there I could easily play and never get tired of.
Mhm. Well, for me, being a Kaiju number 8 fan, I just put this in the private chat because I am having some darn Wi-Fi problems right now. So the only thing right now that's accessible is the only one tab that I have open.
Oh,
Kaiju
no.
number 8 fans, we got a game on our way.
Alrighty, Kaiju number 8, the game.
The story and new characters, including Saga. I can't pronounce that name. So the girl on the left. So I'm like, ooh, I'm
Oh,
excited.
it's Saga and Shinomiya. That's
So
the
to me, this is wonderful. I do have the mangas. I think I'm up to volume 6, 7. God, I really should get back into Kaiju number 8 and kind of catch up a little bit because the anime ends when he is captured, to say the least. That's what I want to say. That's where it ends. I could completely be wrong. I do remember seeing our good friend Yoko when he was posting stuff on Twitter. I made a quick comment and said that, "Ooh, how I saw Nine." I was like, "Damn, Nine looks like a freaking badass in the shot." That's how I always envisioned him to be colored in, and I was like, I wasn't disappointed in that. They did Nine justice, so that's a good thing. So to me, as a Kaiju number 8 fan, this could go in a whole lot of different directions. It could be a visual novel, it could be an action RPG. I'm hoping it's on the action side because it's Kaiju number 8. It needs to be an action game. And if it's done well, I'll be fine. But if they give it to Cyberkinetic, if they give it to Cyberkinetic, if they give it to Bandai, no. Look, no offense to these two companies out there. I'm sure there's some talented employees that want to do any of these games justice. But with the recent trend of doing the middle of the road, shonen cash grab, please no. We deserve better. Look at what the people who did the Fairy Tail game did the Bleach game. People liked it. People were praising it. And I'm like, good. That should be a good thing. Is it any good? I don't know. I haven't played it, but the reception was pretty positive for the most part for the Bleach Thousand Year War Arc game. So I think that's a good thing. Yes, the industry is going to come and collapse sometime in the future, but when you're looking at Japanese licensed owned media, we deserve better. I deserve
Yes.
better Naruto games that aren't just a simple, easy cash grab. I remember I rented that one Naruto game that was like this big term and everything with over 100 characters or something like that. Hugely disappointed. I was like, no, no. Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, pathetic. But that's no. I agree with IG and all the other outlets that were calling out the game, saying that yeah, it's good, but not as good. Like they were right on the money. It doesn't matter what new features you got have to me. If the combat's still dull, why am I still playing it? Hell, I even called out the Demon Slayer game. I'm like, this is just the Naruto game, just reclone with the Demon Slayer skin. Hell, don't even get me started on Jutsu Kaisen. Oh, that was
Oh.
terrible.
Oh, that was pure garbage.
Like when
That
I
was
just saw them flying,
garbage.
even though only Gojo should be the one to fly, I'm like, okay, this is lazy. They're just reusing stuff from Naruto and Demon Slayer again. And I get it's the curse techniques. In the manga, it sounds cool, but when you're doing just chip damage and only the final attack is the actual impact, no, 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 no. Also, to make it worse, they were just using still frames from the anime. Ouch. Ouch. That's lazy. I mean, I think out there you could make a good and proper Jujutsu Kaisen game. Will we ever get it? No, I don't think so. Not with these people running around grabbing up the license and be like, it's a quick cash grab. Heck, it was so bad. Jujutsu Kaisen was reported to be the fastest. I want my money back on Steam. That should say something. I know someone's gonna say, but Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Hey, that game had no reason to be that good, and they
No, it
had
did not.
no.
I had way too much fun when I streamed that game. I had way too much fun.
And in my humble opinion, that game had no reason but to be good. It was the game that everybody was waiting for, and out of respect, we did lose Akira Toriyama, so they had to go the extra mile and beyond at that point and further. And I think Akira would have loved it. I think Akira would have loved it. I think he would because they got it right. They got the right looks, the right feel. It's pretty good, in my opinion. Heck, even the One Piece turn-based game. Holy crap! I was not expecting that game to be that good. Hunter said it was really good. He said that One Piece turn-based game was really, really good. So it does prove there are companies still out there. When they give a damn, we get some really cool anime projects. And when they're just lazy, we get the same. It's just another 3D open fight arena with one combat moves that wins the damn game. But this has the potential to be so good. Even the darn Attack on Titan game, I'll give credit where it's due. It was something different. It was something different, and I kind of liked it for the most part.
Exactly. But but in reality, I don't think Naruto will ever hit the heights of Ultimate Ninja Storm 3.
Oh, I was gonna say the original Ultimate Ninja 3 on the PS2. That was my favorite.
Mhm.
I'm willing. I'm willing to go that far. I think Ultimate Ninja 3 on the PS2 was probably the best one they had.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I even
The
played the
intro to that game. Oh my god. That
Mhm.
guitar when it starts up with the flute. Oh my god. You can tell they were having fun with that intro.
Oh, they were. There is no denying that they had so much fun.
And this is the first time we got to see Lord Third through uh Lord Third, no, 1, 2, and Yellow Flash. No, 1, 2, yeah, Yellow. Wait, what, what was his dad? What was his dad nicknamed the Yellow Flash? I think it was, but I'm talking about Lord 1, 2, and Lord 4 all in one game. I was like, dude, this is sick. Before they got the debuts and the later titles, I'm like, this was sick. Like seeing his dad kick ass, I was like, oh my god, this is the Hokage. I'm like, dude, that was sweet. When I unlocked his dad, that was so cool.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
well, horror fans, we got another horror movie on the way. So I found this really quickly before I lost the Wi-Fi. You got to pause it right away, otherwise we will get copyright strike right away.
Oh, ooh, the black phone. Oh
Two,
man, here we
that
go.
was a
This
good
is
movie. The Black
I
Phone returns. And now it
so
looks like we can't quite kill Ethan Hawking since he's back.
he's back, ladies and gentlemen. He is
The,
back.
the grabber seeks vengeance on Finn from beyond the grave. When Finn's sister sees visions of 3 boys being stuck at a winter camp, they may confront a killer who has grown more powerful in death. Dude, I love Ethan Hawking in this movie. He's honestly really great in horror. I'm not the biggest fan of Sinister. I never liked the Sinister's movie. I know Hawking was good in the first one, but I was like, yeah, it's fine. Sinister 2 made Sinister 1 look like a masterpiece, and Sinister 2 was terrible, in my opinion. I was like, all right, they made a sequel. Here we go. And here's me in the theater. I'm like, oh, I'm not scared, but maybe something cool will happen. Like, no, no, no. They're just making the snuff films. And then they kind of ruined it for me in 2 scenes. Scene number 1, so you tell me the other son can see the kids who make the snuff films, and he's mad because why didn't you choose me? So you want to kill your family? What? No. No, 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 no. And then the stupid dinner scene. You know the scene I'm talking about. The terrible dialogue, the terrible acting, the the God implication of a psychological sequence of the you will eat this bread. I wanted to laugh so bad in this theater just watching it. It's like you eat this bread or potato he was pointing at, and then I was like, no, no, no. And I said, if I laugh, I'm gonna get people to be like, because it was the only decent scene in the movie with bad acting. I was like, no, no, no. And Sinister has thankfully never returned. Thank God. They wasted a premise that could have been cool. And I think looking back at number 1, still not my favorite, but at least they lead into it. They went with the cool stuff. But Sinister 2 was like, they took the wrong lessons. They took the wrong lessons of why one worked. They took the wrong lessons. But Black Phone 2, I'm excited. Let's go. I'm excited for this movie.
It, mm, let's see.
Senator Sue stuff, but the first movie was creepy. I think that's why I still say 1 is still good because it it nailed the creepy atmosphere correctly in that house. 2 never had that creepy atmosphere. It was just like, okay, they're making the snuff films. Now what? Now what? Now what? 1 was genuinely creepy because you had no idea what was going to happen.
Or
So
who was
that's
going to
why.
be next? Like no
Yep,
one.
exactly.
Like and can we give can we give Vincent D'Onofrio his flowers? He killed that role. He killed his role and everything. And that's why I prefer that's why I feel like Sinister 1 should have just been a one film only. It ended perfectly. Didn't need a sequel. Did not. It didn't need one to begin with because everything was right there. You had the creep factor, creative, creative deaths, by the way, very creative. It wasn't boring and it really made you cringe. Like that lawnmower over the person and everything. It's like, damn. And also the tree with with the family members hanging from it. Now that was freaky. That was creepy. Because even if you pause the movie, it's still creepy, no matter how you look at it. Uh, also, so, Joker, have you ever heard of phasmophobia?
A little bit. I know there was that one game that people were looking to play during the lockdowns. I know you can explore that creepy house, and there's different obstacles and tasks you got to do. You can even call out the ghost names, and if you say it correctly, they may or may not appear. And it was done by
Me
one guy, so impressive, impressive nonetheless.
well, I have been playing it for a while with a good buddy of mine by the name of Chaos. Chaos for you. He also plays it as well. I That's where I usually go. I am, but and we're raunchy as fuck. We insult the ghosts. We just do all kinds of crazy stuff. But joking aside, ladies and gentlemen, Phasmophobia film adaptation announced by Blumhouse. So here's the situation. We already have Five Nights at Freddy's, and we also have the Black Phone 2 we just talked about. Um, I'm genuinely okay with this because I liked Phasmophobia. It has the creep factor to it because you have no idea what the ghost is. You don't know if it's an Oni, a Shade, a Revenant, a Wraith, a Poltergeist, a Spirit, or what have you. You do not know what it is until you see it. It's I know it's citing paranormal activity movies, the classic ones, but this is gonna be completely different from my understanding because I have played the game. So I'm okay with this if it's done correctly, and we'll see where it goes. We will see where this goes. Joker, what else?
What else?
What? Because I know we went through a lot. Let's
Let's
see.
see. You know what? There was. You know what? Let's talk about potential candidates for Legend of Zelda
Oh
because
yes,
we
yeah,
let's do this because I
yes.
think this will give us hello sunflower because
Hello,
comment section
Sunflower.
before we reveal who is rumored to be Zelda, who is your pick? Because Nintendo they are willing to go in for the live action Zelda movie. They are willing to do it. Who is your pick if you had to pick any celebrity out there? Who would you get for Princess Zelda? I know who I want for Ganondorf one away. I know you're going to be happy for this choice. Dave
I would
Bautista.
say
I want Dave Bautista or Vince as Ganondorf.
for a safe one, Sydney Sweeney.
Sit- We're just picking for him. Sydney Sweeney would be a top can for me. Anya Taylor Joy.
That's my safe bet.
Okay,
That's my
safe
safe
bet
bet.
Sydney Sweeney, but I would go with Sydney Sweeney safe bet. Probably my number one pick would be Anya Taylor Joy for Zelda. She's got the
Oh,
looks. She's a great actress. She can do no wrong. She would treat this role with respect. She nailed Charlize Theron's Furiosa for the Furiosa prequel, which
I actually
60
watched
lines. She
that.
only had 60 lines, and she was amazing.
I did watch that movie. I did watch Fury. I finally sat down and watched
And
Furiosa. I
yep,
liked it. I'm
I told you, people should have seen it. People should have seen it. They slept on it. Great action, by the way. George Miller, 80 years old, still directing action movies. Wow. God damn.
and for the people who always sleep on the cool movies.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
But jokes aside, yes, I could see that. I could see it because, and you're right. She had the look. I
And to be fair, because of Furiosa, don't forget, The Legend of Zelda went decades, a long time without voice acting. So even then, if you give Zelda no lines and it's just completely silent, I would be like, Anya Taylor Joy, she's got this. She's got this. Because even just her silence in Furiosa, she was saying so much in that movie. Just her facial expression alone in some of these scenes were just amazing. So she can do it. Probably the third safest bet. Okay, if I gotta pick someone else, ooh, who else is there to play Zelda? Oh my god, because I know this gets harder and harder as you go on. To be like,
because there's not that many good
I
actresses
think
out
I'm
there.
gonna go with one of the leads that was from Once Upon a Time in Quentin Tarantino's Hollywood. You know, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The one who is another, not Margaret Robbie, but there was another, like one of the Harley. I think her name was Harley Quinn for one of the Manchester children. I think one of the blonde ones. I'm like, get one of her to do it, and I think like, yeah, I could see it work. I think I would pick one of the girls from Shadows and Bones. That lead actress, I thought she was really good. You know, give her the brown hair or a wig. I'm like, damn, I got Zelda because I thought she was really good. But that's pretty much I can think about until the one that I found. I'm like, guys, the answer was right in front of us. But people, give us your suggestions who you want Zelda, because now we're gonna talk about the rumor. This actress or actor is rumored to be Zelda, which I highly doubt. You know what? I Before we get to that, I 100% agree with you. Why it's still a mistake to make Zelda live action? Could it work? It could. IGN, but to be fair, IGN, for the best April Fool's joke they did, they kind of hinted the planted of sea that, you know, you remember the April Fool's joke for IGN Legend of Zelda live action. That is the best April Fool's joke of all time. I'm not even joking. Hell, you know what? Find me that actress again. Find me her. Find me that actress who played live action Zelda for IGN. Find me her again. Find me her, and I could be happy. Because they gave you that hint that, you know, we could make this work. I know it's a live action fake movie commercial, but it's brilliant. It's amazing. It's like they did that back in the day at a rush job budget. Awesome. I've seen cool fan projects like the 3D Majora's Mask or Unreal Engine 4's animation of Zelda. Cool projects, by the way. Or even a fan project of what a live action Zelda movie would look like with actual cinematography, an actual Eponia, guy wearing costume with hey, you listen behind you. I'm like, this could work.
Oh, Chic. I would.
She
I could do it.
We could do it. You could do.
I
I
think
want,
I
but if
wonder.
you do want
I
Sydney
wonder.
Sweeney, I do want her to play either the goddess or oh my god,
Midna.
who was our companion for Twilight Princess again? What was her
Midna.
name? Midna.
Midna.
I want her as human form Midna. Like
Oh boy.
what she'll be saying? What? Why are you staring at me? Link.
um, um, um,
Or again, I do want to play the goddess that's actually in the Zelda series, so there's that too as well. But
Hey, James, what's up, buddy?
now with that's all said and done, this is the person we want to play Zelda just because they look like Zelda, even if they are a good, maybe decent actor or actress. This is the person we are saying yes for. This is no offense to the person. I will never meet this individual. I just want to know if they can act. Fine. But why is this the one they want? Even if it's a rumor, let this be a rumor, please. Because no, please no. No. Just my mind feels like this is Zelda. We should do the character justice. Just like how we're doing it with Netflix, with One Piece, with their adaptation. And to be fair, Oda Sensei is really attached to to One Piece, so that's why it's been working very well so far. And if they're gonna do Zelda correctly, I want the main directors, producers on this. Yes, that means even Miyamoto, even the guy who created Zelda. I need them on this project because one screw up should be nope, we're pulling it because this is such a legendary IP. You do not this up, not once.
Because we gave them a pass with the Mario and Sonic movie. We could get a we could get a home run. You could get a home run with this. If done correctly, it would be a home run, Joker, would it not?
And like I said, the reason why I don't want this in live action because I think the best way to get a Zelda adaptation, give it to Kyoto Animation for a proper Zelda anime. Think about that. Kyoto Annie animating Zelda. Think about that. You would be in the theaters immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you would even be in the theaters for, again, if Ghibli did this because Zelda is inspired by Ghibli.
Yes,
But
indeed.
that would take so many years to do it. But even then, I would say, you know what? Who cares? It would take them years. It would be amazing. Even with just like a 30-minute film, I'll be like, I don't care. I'm seeing this. Even for every 30 minutes on screen. So let's.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to,
Yeah,
do you want me to pull it up?
just pull it up now because. Oh, I just sent you to DM because let's really talk about this. Hunter
This
Schafer Zelda rumor originally linked to PR actor tech, not Nintendo or Sony. So let's. So about like a few days ago, this was making the headlines because people truly believe that she was gonna be Zelda as a rumor that they were looking at her. And I'm like, Hunter's. And I remember seeing, and she was in Kuko, the horror film Kuko, last year. And I gotta say, you know what? I liked her in Kuko. Excellent film, very psychological. If you guys haven't watched it, go right ahead. Brilliant, underrated, in my opinion, because I saw Long Legs beforehand. But that was different, completely different film. But why are we choosing Hunter? Because she looks like Zelda? I mean, she's cosplaying Zelda. I could see it actually.
it
Kind of
can
close to Zelda. Kind of close.
it can work. It can work.
But that was until, again, folks, this is us saying no offense. Let's be reasonable here. Do I think a trans actor could be Zelda? If they can act the part, go for it. If Nintendo had no problem, if she was casted, no big deal, right? You're a
Right.
person, right? Let's judge you as an actor and as a person. I'm gonna say this. I probably can see her as Zelda. Is she trans? Yes, but that's kind of the one thing I'm going like.
But so
But
far, but so far,
she has some decent track record to her name, so I'm like, okay, so she could possibly
because
do it.
I have not seen one bad post from the individual. I have not seen one thing that be like, uh, more or less, because she's not. Now, James, hear us out, James, on this one.
Hold us up. Hold on. This is again rumors, speculations, and it turned out they weren't even true. It was like a PR
So,
stunt.
yes, so James, we're treating this,
Take it from a neutral standpoint, and we have
yes,
no ill will
and
intent.
remember, guys, this is just rumor.
Orange is the New
This is
Black has
just
one of my
rumor.
favorite characters who is trans, who is a trans actress, an actual trans actor playing an actual trans role, and it's like, wait, that person was trans? I'm like, I didn't even know, and I was like, cool. They could act. I was like, goddamn. The girl from Helsing, no, not Helsing. Oh my god, what was it called? Hellraiser. That is a trans woman. That is a trans actor. Like holy shit, and they could act. Like goddamn, the new Hellraiser was even scarier than the male version. I was like, goddamn. Again, so they can do it. So they can do it. But again, I am focusing more on the acting side, not appearance wise, acting wise. So acting wise, do I think Hunter can do it? If they were casted, I would say I'll give you a fair shot. If you can act in the role, go for it. If you can and think it's too high profile, then it's like, all right, then we'll find someone else.
Exactly, but also keep in mind here, folks. This is just pure rumor. Who knows who it could be? This is pure rumor and speculation. Exactly, Alchemy.
Exactly,
As long as
exactly. Think that's what I've been getting across, Alchemy. Thank you so much for being our translation for tonight.
um, but we'll see where this goes. We're monitoring this closely, and I am genuinely excited for the
In
Legend
fact,
of
it's not
Zelda.
Zelda I'm just worried about. I'm worried about everybody.
Oh,
Link,
I am too.
about the king, like Ganondorf. I said I want either Vincent or Dave Bautista as the role because they're both at vaguely the right height for Ganondorf. They have the right build, and I think they would get a lot of people within the roles. Hell, the reason why I want Dave Bautista was when I saw the film Knock at the Cabin when he's talking to the daughter, and there's complete bias by M. Night Shyamalan because you don't even see Dave Bautista's character quite yet. It's just her staring like in the direction, and you hear his voice going, "Sorry for the. I'm very sorry. I'm lost. I was hoping to make some friends here." Like that scene alone was like, "This is scary." And Dave was so good in that scene. I'm like, and I kept thinking, you know what? I want him as Ganondorf because I want to know what his reaction for Zelda would be like. But then I said this. Brianna White. I tweeted out saying, guys, I have the perfect Zelda for all of us.
Brianna White could
Who's
do it.
Brianna White? There's this
Take it,
little game
take it away.
called Final Fantasy VII Remake Rebirth based off a little known indie title called Final Fantasy VII made back in 1997. She plays the iconic voices, the iconic Aerith. Yes, as in that Aerith from Final Fantasy VII who gets stabbed by Sephiroth. So not only is she a gamer, but look at the tweet that she responded to in the second post, in the second picture. This is her main account. And look what it says. Look what it reads. I just want to audition for Zelda. So bad. Just an audition. And I would say this again, go back to her. Go back to her profile picture. Go back to her photo. This, to me, is Zelda right here. This is Zelda. This is her. I'm like, if she nared Aerith so well that people did cry for her version in Rebirth, imagine if she can recreate the scene with Midna in Twilight Princess in live action for her audition tape alone. Then I would say yes, because I want her as my Zelda. She's probably my number one pick for Zelda because I can see it. I can literally see her with the ears, with the makeup, with the crown, with her, again, wear the Twilight Princess dress, and I would say, this is Zelda right here. This is who I want, 100%. I want Brianna. She's a gamer. She's a nerd. She's a great actress. Again, she's known for the remake games of Final Fantasy VII, but I'm like, goddamn, this is who I want as my Zelda. This is my number one. This is my number one pick right here. Out of everyone else,
Actually, she could also play Sheik.
She could play Sheik. I could definitely see her playing Sheik. I could definitely see her playing
because she could do it. I would be. Go ahead.
Or again, if she can't get the other characters, I would say, there's tons and tons of characters. She could play the actual goddess that would, that you kind of see in Skyward Sword for a bit. That was in the, the whole blue purple thing. I think that was one of the things as well. Or again, one of the goddesses with the Triforce, sealing away Gandalf before he gets the Triforce. You can do so much with. I mean, like, there are so many different characters with Zelda. Minors, one-off, to people who were important for all the different games. You could literally do this for them. And almost like a lot of different picks could literally fit. Hell, Zelda's one thing. Who are you going to get to play Link? Who is your pick for Link? Now let's answer that question.
Jesus
and I'm going to say,
my
have
God.
nobody. I have nobody.
Henry Cavill, give him a blonde wig, make him grow his hair out, make him grow his hair out, dye it blonde.
You want him as adult Link or child Link?
adult would be Henry. Now, hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. Before you throw your
adult
tomatoes
Link
at me,
Time or Twilight Princess adult Link.
Fuck that! Oh, you're throwing curveballs at me here, Joker. You're throwing curveballs here at me. I would say both. For the sake of argument, I would say both. But let Henry Cavill grow his.
Or are we going Skyward Sword Link?
Probably.
I mean, it could go either way for Henry Cavill's Link if you choose him, but choosing a Link is, in my opinion, much harder than finding Zelda. James, you okay?
I think
That's a little weird, folks. We apologize for that on the stream. We very much apologize for that here at the Knightcast table. We apologize for that. But finding Link, in my opinion, is a harder choice than Zelda. Zelda, you could go through the list of Hollywood A-list and B-list actors, hell, even theater stars. In my opinion, I think finding a good theater actor could be even a great choice as well. But who could play Link will definitely break the film because Link does not speak literally until like Breath of the Wild-ish to Was it Skyward Sword? He was kind of slightly talking, or he had some subtext. Like, because I just remember Link not speaking all for a long period of time until like Breath of the Wild, and you had like proper voice acting.
Exactly, and I because the hard part the hard part about silent characters is it's very difficult to do. Because some of these actors, they won't do it. They're like, no, he has to talk. That's what happened with Halo. Look what happened. They removed the helmet and everything. They removed the helmet. So, but this is why me and Joker and
Like
everybody,
I threw the curveballs. Hell, who would you get to play Child Link before
Jesus
Ocarina?
Christ! Oh my God!
Who would you get to play Child Link in the child timeline when it goes straight down the middle, or you go off the hero path and you get to Wind Waker? There are so many different possibilities, folks, and this is why I want people to throw curveballs. Heck, you could still have Hunter as Zelda. She could be Zelda in the Fallen Hero timeline where you failed to be Ganondorf, and she could be Zelda in timeline. So you could still theoretically have multiple different Zeldas. Hell, literally, it's been confirmed there are multiple timelines with reincarnated versions of Zelda and Link, thanks to Skyward Sword confirming that, yeah, there are more than one version of these people out there.
Exactly. Child Link.
I mean, you have to find a good child
Oh
star, and
god.
that's hard these days,
Yeah.
or someone who's vaguely preteen enough to do it. So
The casting through. Oh my god, this is gonna be a night.
this is
This is
going to
gonna
be a
be a
nightmare
night.
for them.
Yeah, because I mean, we already have Zelda. What's established? What we have? We already have Zelda. Um, City Swing could be Midna or the goddess. We have that established already.
Gandorf, you got like Vincent, who I want, Kingpin from Daredevil. To me, Dave Bautista was always a great choice. So, you know, there are also other possible candidates too. You could probably find maybe some of the stunt people who've done like Jason Voorhees over the years, if they're still around still, or like some of the more
Kane's
younger.
still alive. He's still alive.
I think he would make a good Ganondorf because give him something to make him have him test it out a bit, or have him like be the king before he gets assassinated by Ganondorf. Because I think that would be a cool cameo actually for him just to do be Zelda's dad and then get killed by the man, the myth himself, Ganondorf. So many possibilities, so many different games to adapt or even to go from. I mean, The Legend of Zelda is literally a legend upon itself. And you have every right to say, don't fuck this up. It's the biggest property that everybody knows. Heck,
and it
you
it, it
don't have
it's
to play the game.
shrined.
You can know the sword and be like, that's the Master Sword.
Or the shield.
The
Or the
shield itself,
Triforce.
the Triforce, the iconic. Dun, 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 dun. Everybody knows Zelda, one way or
Exa-
another.
they might have heard of it or played it or what have you, but everybody knows you cannot go anywhere without somebody saying, "Hey, I like the Master Sword," or "Hey, I like your Link cosplay," or "Hey, I like your Zelda cosplay." But here's the thing, though, Joker. We already got the cast discussion, but what's gonna bake your brain even further? Where will this take place?
I know that's gonna be crazy because
I
Zelda is based off European mythology as well, so they have to shoot it in Europe because it's gonna get the right vibe, the right feel. Hell, Zelda was even conceived of one of the creators visiting his grandparents, and because they lived out in the country, he would just play in the backyard. He would just go on all these adventures, and the idea was birthed from that. So, heck, are we gonna how many bosses are we gonna see? How many dungeons are we gonna go through? Because a game in a 12, 20 hour, 30-hour experience, depending on the games you're playing, it's going to take you a long time because we need dungeons because it's a Zelda journey. We need to go on the adventure with Link.
exactly.
Or will this be like kind of like a self-contained story like Hyrule Warriors? Hell, remember, Link doesn't always have to start off in a village. Some adaptations, they have him with Zelda right away. Like at Skyward Sword, he was kind of with Zelda right away from the start.
Exactly, and that's because you can go any. Here's the thing: you can go anywhere with the story. Like you could go anywhere. You could take it from any game, but the question is which one? Because remember, this has been around way before you and I were born, Joker. We were getting through. We got formally introduced to it through our neighbor, our dad, our uncle, anybody.
I had a friend who had one of the games, and I'm like, Twilight Princess, that looks
And how
cool.
many
And then
people
I
have
rented
the
that at the video.
how many people have the gold edition of the Zelda game, the gold edition? How many people have that?
Some people have the
I
Master
could
Sword
tell
for some of them.
I could tell you not many. Not many have that because remember that was very limited. But but I'm all for this pick for Zelda. I'm all in
Yeah,
on
that's
this.
my pick right here. Like,
Be
please,
I
Brianna,
still
if
have
I
my
ever meet
safe bet.
you,
I still have my
I
safe
am
bet
gonna
for
tell
Minna.
you if you do come to Wisconsin, please, I'm gonna tell you, please audition for Zelda. Please, I don't know who I have to call. I will make it happen. I would say I hope you get to play Zelda, please, or be in the next Zelda game, please. That will be even better for her.
Alchemy, you lucky bastard. We love you though. We love you though.
Thank you, Alchemy, for feeling like a. You gotta bring me down, but I still went with this pick right here.
Yeah,
Brianna's my guaranteed pick for Zelda, and if they do choose her, then or Brianna, you
yes,
make some connections,
the
call people, say
original.
like, please let me audition, please.
Yes,
I would love to
I
see
would.
it.
Now here's the thing though, but for young Link, I can't think of anybody at the current present. We
Neither can
need
I. It's too difficult
because
to find a link.
because the child acting thing,
There are
it's
laws protecting them. It's
it's
also hard
zero
to
to
tell
none.
stuff.
It's 0 to none because remember, they had Modern Family, they had, Stranger Things. However, those kids are all grown up now. They're
Hmm.
all grown up, so they missed that opportunity. I can't think of anybody on the spectrum. Um, I I can't think of anybody just yet. Who knows what'll happen? But for Ganondorf, I would say Dave Batista. He could still go. He can still go. Um,
Probably would pick one of the Predator actors because how
actually,
tall they are. Because Gandalf does need to be tall.
actually, I
Predators are tall.
actually Zelda's dad. I have another one in mind for Zelda's dad,
Who's that?
Liam Neeson.
Oh, if he's still
He
around, God
uh
bless that man. Lord of the
he returned.
Rings.
He did return as Qui-Gon. He had the long hair and everything, so I can see it if done correct.
Liam Nielsen, the great Liam Nielsen. I
Uh,
probably would have chosen Spock if he was still around. God,
oh
Leonard Nimoy, if he
yeah.
was still around. I think he would have been my preferred dad. I know, but he's passed away. He's long dead. If he was still around, I would have said,
That's what's so frustrating and much love and respect to those who have passed on. And again, this is no smoker's shade to any of the fallen. We love them. The sad part about when an actor and actress passes away, there are so
see,
many.
look at Bacon right now. You said Batista is Ganon after Drax. Hell yeah! Like
Yes,
I know what I'm
exactly.
talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I know he's older, but he can still do it. He can still do it. Otherwise, I think another one for Ganon it would be Scott Mendelson. Scott Mendelson,
Okay,
stunt actor himself.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a big man. He's
Wait,
tall. Built.
where would Jay?
Watch Benjamin. He's great in that. Does his own stunts too.
Wait,
And if
which
you say
one?
with Scott Mendelson, Scott Atkins. I think I said Scott Atkins. Scott Atkins. He was the guy who fought John Wick in Chapter 4 in the big suit.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
So
remember
he could
him.
do it. He also did
Actually,
fight Jackie Chan at one point. He fought Jackie Chan. Did you know
hmm
that?
yeah,
And he fought Donnie Yen as well in one of the Ip Man's movie.
oh,
He fought a lot of
oh,
great legends from kung fu martial arts. So literally, I'm picking a guy that's known for stunt action. You give him a sword, it's like, I'm like, yeah, I want to see you fight Link with the Master Sword now. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
where? Let's see. Another one that could possibly work. Now, this might be controversial,
You want? I think she should play one of the sages too. Like, if she can't get her as anybody else, give her as one of the sages,
no, the
like the one of the
sages as well.
tribes.
That could work. Um,
You can a
now,
lot of people sages actually. Hugh Jackman could have been
now,
a sage. There's a lot of people.
now, this one might be a bit controversial, but please hear me out, folks, before you throw your tomatoes at me. Jason Momoa as Zelda's dad. That's my other pick as well.
Hmm.
But hear me out. He has played serious characters before, so
He's done that. I've seen him in
and
uh,
he could also play
American
comedy. He
Principal.
could also play comedy characters too. So he can do it if the writing is good. He can do it. But I get the cold feet and everything. I get the skepticism. I get it.
He
It
was in
would
Battlestar Galactica in his youth, so he can do it.
I could see it happening. Yes,
And
exactly.
he's already done a lot of Home Front, so
Exactly. Exactly that. Just him grow the beard out and everything, and boom, there you go. You know, this is a fun one. This is a fun one. If Triple H still had his long hair, he could do it. Triple H, he could if he had his long hair. I would say yes, a definite yes. But unfortunately, he really went Kratos with that whole thing, with that whole get up. So unfortunately, that's out the window. But that's a fun one. That was a fun one. But I
I
joking
mean, if you
aside.
want another one for Zelda's dad, you gotta do the great Sir Ian McKellen. I know I said he should retire, but even as a cameo in one of the different timelines, do it. Do it.
Ooh, yeah,
Even if it's a sync high rule for Wind Waker, do it.
he doesn't have to do anything physical. All he has to do is just be in the outfit, say the lines, get killed
And he's
off,
out of here. Heck,
and
some of the
that's
legends
it.
literally do the narration for every movie. Like it's a
And
different.
it's not a disservice. It's not a disservice to the great. Because remember, guys, Ian Ian is in his late what 60s, 70s.
You
He
mean Ian McKellen?
yeah, he Ian
Ian
McKellen.
McKellen's old.
Oh wait, uh, but what he could still do it though.
He's 86, so but I know he's still acting. But damn, he's old. Wilson's
Um,
still young though. I think he's in his late 60s still.
no, that won't work. Undertaker Mark Calloway, he's happily retired, and he has his
But
own podcast too. So I'm happy for the man. Uh, there is one big one here, Joker, and unfortunately, I can't tell if this is rumor mill or not. But uh, give me a minute here. The Hollywood Reporter claims Dave Filoni and Carrie Beck will replace Kathleen Kennedy as co-heads at Lucasfilm. This ongoing thing.
we keep I keep hearing taglines that she's gonna get fired, is not fired, replace, whatever the fancy terms. You're only gonna see it once Disney realizes that we screwed up. And I think almost the main reason why we're seeing this nowadays, Disney Plus has lost a lot of money. They can't even afford a Marvel or should we say they can't risk to do a lot of big project for Disney Plus. anymore because it was just that bad, I guess. Sure, yes, you have Andor, The Mandalorian, but some of these shows, Marvel, Star Wars later or not, or them getting some big projects on their hand, yeah, I just don't think it was racking in the viewers that they wanted to. Yes, they had anime, like with Hulu, like with Bleach. Disney owns the Bleach ones. It's on Disney Plus Hulu, so there you go. But I think they just spent too much money. They spent too quickly. They did not build up their trilogy correctly because it was literally three different ideas by two different directors, almost a third director. So no wonder why people have lost the faith in Star Wars. The Mandalorian, I think, should have ended after season two, but they keep going. And then we had the Mandalorian Gruder film. You have Andor, which is a good show, I guess. Obi-Wan. But they spend so much time with these characters, it's not satisfying anymore. Mark Hamill said, I'm done with Luke. See ya. Goodbye. Good.
Oh, that
Good
was
for
huge.
I think that's fair for Mark because even he has distrust Lucasfilms and Disney over the years. So I don't blame him. You just wish he went on a better note than the sour note that is The Last Jedi. And with Dave Filoni, I have no ill will towards the guy. He is a creative director. He is very good at his job. I mean, if he's able to do a bit of a resurgence with Lucasfilms and get them back in gear with their movies in general, then so be it. Willow didn't last a season and then it got canceled. So
Yeah,
they try to bring that back. It's one of those things that they reap what they sow in the end.
and and it will tie
And to
into
me,
and
it's
we'll
not like replacing him with Kathleen's going to solve everything. There's still plenty of things to change. Like we say, it's
yeah.
time to get the fans back in there. Hell, I talked this with my good friend, the Killer Critic, and we were talking about that George Lucas plan that had he still had Star Wars gone like to HBO, those this more adult oriented Star Wars that he kind of pitched, like those multiple episodes long stuff. It's like, would that really work? I would like in an alternate timeline, we probably could be talking about it. Oh, we could be talking about it right now. I'm just saying, this is it. After all these years, we're at the final two episodes of these big, huge, massive events. And we could be talking about, like, what was your journey like? Well, I was watching back in the day, and I've been saying I've been watching it nonstop at work, trying to catch up to everybody. Like, I think we truly did miss out on what Lucas had partially planned to what could have been.
Mm-hmm. I agree. He had so much plan. I would love to see a George Lucas episode 7, 8, and 9, just to see where it would have gone and
I mean, there was
everything in
some stuff
between.
that were outlined, but not really, or his episodic TV show that he slightly had ideas for. I think that would have been cool. Like if I got those episodes every 2 to 4 years, or maybe 2.5 years, I think there would have been something special, like these big, huge events that
Oh,
you had
you could even
watched.
get getting Tarkovsky back. Get him in there. You could do an
And do
animated
his
one.
Clone Wars series, or
You
do
could
them an
could you could you could
anime.
do a season 3 of that of the 2003. You could do a season 3 with that because I love the 2003 Clone Wars. It was beautifully done, written, and it didn't overstay its welcome. I still watch it. I watched it again recently. It still holds up. I still get excited, and everything you could tell how much love went into that and everything. And it also would tie into this. I mean, you're not wrong, Joker. You are not wrong. First, keep in mind, Mark Hamill did say he was done playing Joker when Kevin Conroy passed away, and now here we go. I think Mark Hamill finally got the writing on the wall, even though all of us have seen it before him. All of us seen it before him.
I
The
think he
writing's
was
on the
even
wall
done
for
after The Last Jedi to
he
Rise of
was done.
Skywalker. He was done.
Everybody was done. Oh, absolutely. I love the introduction of General Grievous. He was legit terrifying. He was legit terrifying.
And
Uh
wonky costumes is so cool. But I don't
oh
blame
yeah,
Mark
that
at all.
I don't. I mean, he may be a political hack and everything, but in the entertainment world, as an actor, I kind of feel bad for him because remember, he lost his lifelong friend, Kevin Conroy, and then he got bastardized. So he was lied to, and the character got bastardized so badly that it made everybody storm out of the theater angry after the movie was over. My sister included. She was pissed, like legitimately pissed as the movie went on. You should have seen her face, Joker. She was gripping that fucking cup holder's arm thing on that chair. She was gripping that damn thing. I thought she was gonna break it. That's how angry she was. And right, and justifiably so. But unfortunately, with Mark on, if that's what he's gonna, if this is what he's gonna do, then by all means, it's his right. He's
I mean, part of it's like, retire the character, or kind of what they're doing with the Mandalorian with that actor having Luke's face on. Looks a little weird still, but it's like, he's not wrong about that, but at the same time, he did admit this. There is the canon stuff in the standard material that we had his wife in there, so at least he's acknowledging that hey, my character's dead, but just remember you have the extended universe stuff. But it's a shame. I appreciate him the actor still, but he doesn't really have a whole lot left to his. Well, at least the big ones are done, but he will still be recognized. He will still be remembered for the good episodes of Star Wars before Disney bastardized the character. And with that, I think that wraps up Nightcast for us. So thank you all for watching. We
absolutely.
really appreciate you all for stopping by. We will see you guys next week for Nightcast, but stay tuned for tomorrow
Oh,
for
guess what?
hopefully, yes.
One last announcement to really kick this off with a bang. The poll is over, ladies and gentlemen. The poll is over. We have Noir and Ghost in the Shell standalone complex as your two winners. Your two winners for the next watch party after Black Cat. Joker, I looked at it and look how close. Look how close Voltron and Noir is. That is an 11% difference. 11% difference. Voltron had the lead for 3 days straight. 3 days straight, Voltron had the lead until overnight voting happened, and Ghost in the Shell commanded the whole poll. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna have the showdown poll between Noir and Ghost in the Shell standalone Netflix, the complete series. I don't have the second gig yet, but that is gonna be on there
I
when I do
do.
when I do have the money for it, I will buy it. But guess what? We're gonna be okay with that. So tomorrow night, um we're gonna do the final 4 episodes of Black Cat. It's the watch party before next Thursday. Is next Thursday. We're gonna find out the winner between these two powerhouse juggernauts right here. So get out and vote. Vote like you mean it. I haven't posted the poll yet, but when it goes live, vote like you mean it. I want to see this thing collide. Anyway, guys, big thank you to Alchemy, Bacon, James. I hope you feel better, my friend. Hope everything works out. Callie, Lilith, Sunflower, Dixie, Xavier, Rexus, Sarah Outlaw George, all you wonderful people on Twitter, everybody on Rumble. take care, and we love you and everything in between. Stay tuned for more to come. Also, I will be careful at Comic-Con. I love you all. I will be doing a lot of discussions pretty soon. Anyway, we are out of here, guys. Bye.